Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the rest of August 2026. It is a general collective reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said now, let's begin. Tapping into the Aries collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Aries not see coming for the remainder of August 2026? One more shuffle here. Thank you. We have wants you back, and at the bottom of the deck we have hustling, making it rain, focused, making money. So let's see where we go with this message here for you. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why do we have wants you back as something that they do not see coming for the remainder of August 2026? One more shuffle here. Okay, thank you. In your energy, the first card that jumped out there is the Three of Swords, the Hierophant, the Six of Swords, and the Seven of Cups. The situation, environment, or connection that you're dealing with, Six of Cups, the Star, and the Seven of Pentacles. All right, let's begin to clarify. Why is the Three of Swords here for Aries? Why do we have the Three of Swords here for them? One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Swords is clarified by the Moon, the Ten of Wands, and Temperance. Why do we have the Hierophant here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Hierophant is clarified by Queen of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Wands. Six of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Six of Swords clarified by Two of Swords, Justice, and the Ace of Cups. And tell me about this Seven of Cups here. Seven of Cups, clarified by the Hermit, the Six of Pentacles, and the Empress. So who's this person here? Six of Cups, the Star, the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify that Six of Cups, please, for Aries. One more shuffle. Thank you. Six of Cups, clarified by Four of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles. So this is specific for those of you where there has been a setback in a connection between you and another individual. They could be an Aquarius. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius here. The energy here seems to be you also want this person back. So it's like they're hustling. And in terms of that hustling, I feel like you're trying to manifest. Whoever this person is, they're putting a lot of effort. I know we don't have the Magician card on the table, but the feeling that I get here is, one, this person is hoping, praying, manifesting, right, with that Star card. It's like wishing. It's like asking for this wish to be granted, that the two of you come back together. But this individual is also taking proactive action towards you as well. The Four of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. This is all fire communication coming towards you, rapid fire communication. So it could be like text messaging, phone calls. I feel like this person wants to make a considerable effort here in that Seven of Pentacles to bridge the gap between you and them. And in your energy, you want this as well, because whatever took place here didn't feel that good for you either. The Three of Swords clarified by the Moon and the Ten of Wands. This is very heavy heartbreak here. I mean, it could be disappointment for some of you, but there seems to be a feeling here of like, I'm trying to recalibrate myself now that this person is either no longer in my life, or there has been this huge rift between you and them. And then I see you, because you're showing up here in Queen of Wands, whether you're masculine or feminine, assessing this connection, because for me, queens exist in the present, and kings take action. So I see you here, you're assessing this connection, what's happening currently. You are reviewing your history here with this individual, and it is you, that Queen of Wands is holding the Ace of Wands, saying, I do want a new beginning with this individual. You want to come out of chaos and conflict. You're not quite sure how to do that. You don't want to argue with this person anymore, but you are now stepping into the Empress energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, and saying, I do want to move forward and nurture this connection. The Hermit, the Six of Pentacles, and the Empress is clarifying the Seven of Cups. So it's like you go from this place of confusion, I don't know if I want to fix this, I don't know if I can fix this, to actively saying, I want to invest and fix this connection. So what you don't see coming between now and the end of August, you and an individual, again, where there's been a rift, a setback, a disappointment, some type of heartbreak here has occurred between you and them. The two of you both equally seem to want to get on the same page and move the connection forward. Does Aries need to know anything else about this individual here for the rest of August? Do they need to know anything else? Six of Wands. So this person does want victory and success. Three of Cups, reunion, Ace of Pentacles, the World card. This person does want an entirely new chapter here with you. However, although they have emotion for you and they have fire for you, this person also wants this reconnection to be built on a solid footing. So whether this person is your friend, your family member, your lover, your spouse, whoever this individual is to you, do they want reunion and victory and the two of you to come together? They do, but they just want it to be a little bit more solid. So take that message, how it resonates to you and this individual. Let's get you 3 cards of advice here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Can we get 3 cards of advice here, please, for Aries? One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice in the Seven of Cups, that confusion that you had, Six of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Your advice here is, if you are coming out of this state of confusion about what to do with this connection, and you are looking to have victory and success, the Six of Wands could also talk about putting in the effort, right? Because the Six of Wands is what comes after the Five of Wands. And sometimes that Five of Wands, we have to fight or put in the fire, put in the effort to accomplish something so we can have the result of that Six of Wands. So your advice here seems to be, if you're coming out of confusion and you do want to salvage this connection, it's going to require more. If you notice on the table, we have like almost no swords. So it's not just an exchange of apologies. There needs to be some real long-term effort here put in on your part. But if you're willing to do that, the cycle here is for you with this individual. You have the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Sun card, and you have the Four of Wands, and there goes that Magician. So you are able to bring this connection back together again. And whatever that Four of Wands is for you, this is happiness at work, happiness with this family member or this friend, this love partner, someone that you share residency with. But it will require active investment and participation on your part. But if you're willing to do that, it looks like you, my love, have a home run. That is what I have for you, Aries, for the rest of August 2026. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the remainder of August 2026. It is a general collective reading. So as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said now, Taurus, let's begin. Tapping into the Taurus collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Taurus not see coming for the remainder of August 2026? What do they not see coming? Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming, Taurus? Romantic love affair. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Queen Rising, stepping into power, being praised. Okay. If you're not interested in love, hang tight. Maybe it has to do in regards to something or someone else. Let's see what comes out in the cards for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why is romantic love affair something they do not see coming this week? One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy for the week ahead, we have the Magician, the Two of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with, the Devil, the Lovers, and the Wheel of Fortune. Well, I don't like that. Someone is definitely repeating a negative cycle here, Taurus. All right, let's clarify this. The Magician. Why is the Magician here in your energy this week, Taurus? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Magician is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Four of Wands, the Two of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. Two of Pentacles is clarified by the High Priestess, the World card, and the Knight of Wands. The Four of Pentacles. Okay, we'll take them. They fell face up, and I'm going to take them the way they came out. Justice card is on the side. Judgment is on the side. And then you have Six of Wands, Queen of Swords, Page of Wands here upright. Five of Cups. Why is the Five of Cups here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Five of Cups is clarified by Page of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Who or what is this? All right, I'm going to take it. Three of Swords, Three of Pentacles on the side. These fell face down, so we're not going to take them. Can I have one more on this energy? Devil, the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune. One more shuffle. Thank you. And we have the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. I feel I'm going to give you the initial images that came through because we are clarifying romantic love affair. After that, I will give you the secondary group message. So if you don't feel like you resonate with the group 1 message, hang tight for group 2. Group 1, we're going to clarify this as it actually is the romantic love affair in that respect. I feel like I'm speaking to a Taurus where for a long time you have given considerable thought to what your happily ever after or your type of romantic love partner would be like. And I feel like once you figured out what that is in that Ace of Swords, you have been actively manifesting this person. Whether they're currently in your life or not, you are actively manifesting that you and this individual are able to come together. There was a period of time here in that Two of Pentacles where you weren't quite sure. You either weren't sure if you want love or a romantic partner in your life, or you weren't sure if you want the existing love partner in your life. Either way, whether you're, group 1, group 2 there, you decided to proceed forward. You're like, I do want it. I either do want to find a person or I do want this person in my life. And then something happened here, either with the person who's currently in your life or the new person that you met. It's like you manifested them and then there they are, or, the bond is getting stronger with them. And then there's a hiccup here, that Four of Pentacles, clarified by Justice and Judgment there on the side. It's almost like, okay, I now have the person. I'm not sure now. It's second guessing. I'm not sure now if I want them. So it's like I'm speaking to a group of you where you're single and you say, you know what, I don't know if I want a romantic partner. You know what, I'm going back and forth. I do, I don't, I do, I don't. And then you're like, you know what, I do. And you literally manifest meeting someone. And then here you have them. And you're like, I don't know if I want to hold on to this person. Justice to Judgment is on the side with the Four of Pentacles, which is holding on. So the Six of Wands to that Queen of Swords to the Page of Wands, it's almost like time will tell if things will work out with this new person. It's like the jury's still out on them. For those of you where this is your partner, like your existing partner, again, that feeling was, I don't know if I really want this relationship or not moving forward. Lots of back and forth. And then you decide, you know what, I really do want this person to remain in my life. And I'm going to move forward and put my best foot forward to preserve this connection, to strengthen this connection. And now since you have been doing that, you're like, on second thought, I don't really know if I still want to be connected to this person. That Five of Cups is sadness and remorse and regret. It's something occurred here between you and this person. You have the Page of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. It's like you're battling yourself. You don't know if you want to become single, free, or independent of this person. Either the one that you just met or the one that you you know, have been in a connection with for a long time. In that person's energy, I don't know what the heck is going on here. Devil to the Lovers to the Wheel of Fortune usually indicates that this person makes a conscious or unconscious choice to repeat negative cycles when it comes to their connection with you. And what that negative cycle is going to be different for all of you, but for a lot of you, it has to do with third-party involvement. Devil to the Lovers, Lovers being the choice. Then I have the Three of Swords, and then I have the Three of Pentacles on the side, and I have the Hermit. So it's almost like this person, in the end of August, is going to have the opportunity to either commit to you, or like fully, or possibly continue with some type of toxic pattern or habit they have, or possibly third party, maybe another lover or something like that. And it looks like they're spending the rest of August going within and trying to decide, do they want this connection with you? Do they want a connection with someone else? Do they want a connection with you and also have someone else? That Queen Rising card, you know, on the bottom, there's a bunch of words. It says, you know, stepping into your power and being praised. But also at the bottom, it says spotlight. And I feel like this person is actually doing some internal work here with the Hermit. It's almost like they're realizing some type of toxic pattern or trait within them. But I don't know how fully committed this person is to their connection with you. Because if someone is fully committed to a connection with you, why are they trying to do an internal review to decide if they want to be with you? Or would they rather be with someone else or be with you and continue a third-party connection? So there's something weird here in this person's energy. It's like, I know that I'm not giving Taurus my 100%, but I don't know if I want to give them my 100%. Tell me more about this person's energy. I do think this person is becoming aware of a toxic pattern or trait they have. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. Is this towards Taurus? If we get an Ace or a Major Arcana card, that would be a yes. Is this towards Taurus? One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Nine of Cups. No. So, Taurus, I feel like what you don't see coming, because at the bottom of that romantic love affair card, it does say sex, fix, and secret lover. I feel like I'm specifically speaking to a group of you that you are involved in a connection with someone who is involved in another connection elsewhere. And I don't know if you're the primary or the secondary, and I see you hoping and praying that this connection can come back together, but this person is choosing to move forward in another direction. And I just don't think you know about it yet. Anything else you need to know about your interaction or the interaction between you and them? Anything else Taurus needs to know? One more shuffle. Thank you. Like, I don't know if you're the secret lover or they have a secret lover. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman. So whether or not this person wants to work on this connection or extend their love or heart, maybe even apology to you, is on hold in that Hangman energy. They're not quite sure what to do with you yet because they're still trying to figure out what to do with another connection. Now, for those of you where this is not love related at all, then I could look at this in terms of financing. It's possible for some of you, you have some type of investment here, maybe with your love partner. Maybe it is. This is a, you know, investment that you have. Maybe you want to buy a home with your boyfriend or girlfriend or your husband or wife or an investment property. So in that respect, I could see it's been a long time. You've been waiting for some type of funding about whether or not to move forward with this could be a home renovation project or a home purchase. Maybe you've kept it a secret. You haven't let a lot of people know that you're looking to buy this, you know, this home, or it could even be like moving into an apartment. But again, it would be like you and your lover would be doing this. And then it looks like you go back and forth and you're not quite sure. There are some financial setbacks here. There are some disappointments. It starts making you doubt whether or not you want to move forward with the investment. And then if we look at this as this being the actual investment banker, the investment banker does want to move forward with you, but they're contemplating how much to give you. So maybe you've asked for a $400,000, US dollar mortgage or loan. And do they want to move forward and extend something to you in terms of a loan? They do, but it might not be for the exact amount you want. So if you're looking for any type of funding when it comes to acquiring or updating or renovating a property, I don't think you are receiving word by the end of August. It doesn't mean that news or information or communication won't transpire between you and the lender. I just don't see them making a full decision until we're well into September. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. I'm going to do 2 sets of advice here for you, Taurus, for those of you in some type of third-party situation, and then for those of you where this is more about the acquisition or maintenance of a property. Let's get 3 cards of advice here from my Taurians where this is a romantic reading. One more shuffle. Thank you. You have the Empress, that's you in your highest vibration, Queen of Swords, there you are again. And then you have the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of Pentacles. I'm wondering if maybe that Queen of Swords is not you, Taurus. If that Queen of Swords is representing someone else, then your advice here is to not bury your head in the sand about that. If that Queen of Swords is not representing someone else, but is more like representing an aspect of yourself, this is asking you to go within and to make a decision in regards to this partnership that is best for you, not in terms of money or house or marriage or whatever type of connection you have here with this person. But does this connection or does this person actually respect you? Are they actually on your level? Because you're showing up here in Empress energy, whether you're masculine or feminine. So again, for some of you, the Queen of Swords is an actual other person, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that maybe this person is involved in. This is telling you to not stick your head in the sand when it comes to that. You're going to have to do the hard work, unfortunately, in that 8 of Pentacles, to be real with yourself about this. That somewhere there's a triangle here, that this connection is not just you and this person. And if that Queen of Swords is an aspect of yourself, this is asking you to have an honest conversation with yourself. Like the 2 queens are facing themselves. You need to be honest whether or not there is a third party here or not. Does this person's behavior and the way they treat you, does it actually rise to meet you where you're at? Because you seem to be up here, you're vibing high vibe, you're at a high vibrational status, and this person is low vibe. For those of you where this is more about the acquisition or expansion here of some type of residence here, property, home, maybe a renovation project, and this appears to be like a lender or a banker here. One more shuffle. Thank you. I will say with that Devil to the Lovers card, if this is a bank or a lending institution, I would do my homework about them. And once that paperwork comes through, I would definitely look at the terms and conditions and all the fine print. And maybe you do want to have your romantic partner or someone else take a look at that just to make sure you didn't miss anything. For those of you where this is financial related, Page of Swords, 8 of Wands. So you are receiving communication, Page of Pentacles. There is an offer coming through. But again, it's telling you to do all of your due diligence here. With that Page of Swords to the Page of Pentacles, it's like once you receive the paperwork or the green light here, when it comes to whatever money they're giving you, and that 6 of Pentacles, it's a card of they're giving you money. There is something here about looking over all the fine details. And with the pages being young energy, it's almost like make sure you get 1 or 2 fresh set of eyes to look at the paperwork. Again, just to make sure that you didn't miss anything. That is what I have for you, Taurus, for the rest of August 2026. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Gemini twin gang, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see what we don't see coming for the remainder of August 2026. Keep in mind, it is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, sun, moon, rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said now, Gemini, let's begin. We are tapping into the Gemini collective here. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they not see coming for the rest of August 2026? What do they not see coming? Okay. You had 2 cards fly out of the deck. You have no facts and you have love on the brain. And at the bottom of the deck, you have drama starter. Okay. Why do we have no facts and love on the brain? It's something that Gemini does not see coming for the rest of August 2026. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy, we have the 10 of Cups, we have the 8 of Cups, we have the 4 of Swords, and we have the 8 of Pentacles. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with, Knight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. And that leaves the 3 of Swords, 10 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck. All right, Gemini. Looks like I've tapped into a group of you where you have been going through it. Tell me more about that 10 of Cups here for Gemini. Why do we have the 10 of Cups here? One more shuffle. Thank you. 10 of Cups is clarified by 8 of Swords, 4 of Wands, and the 4 of Cups. It's giving me like daydreamy energy, which is interesting because that love on the brain card does say dreaming, fantasizing, daydreaming, and being nostalgic. So when I see the 4 of Cups, kind of daydreamy, 4 of Wands, the 8 of Swords, it's like there's a particular connection or like person here in your life. It's like the rest of August, you're sort of daydreaming of like either what was between you and this person or what could have been. There's something like that here at play. Maybe even wishing that things were a little different between you and them. You could also be daydreaming about what a future would be like with this individual. 8 of Cups, though. Why do we have the 8 of Cups here? One more shuffle. Thank you. 8 of Cups is clarified by 6 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups. So there was some type of communication that you received that gave you the feeling that this person maybe didn't want whatever it is here that you have been daydreaming of. So it looks like in that 8 of Cups, you began to emotionally withdraw from the connection. 4 of Swords. Why do we have the 4 of Swords here? One more shuffle. Thank you. 4 of Swords, clarified by the Death card and the King of Cups. And then we have the 9 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Cups. So I specifically have a group of you here where you are not sure if you want to end this connection once and for all, or if you want to try to restore it or revitalize it in some way. And that's because whoever this person is, you have a hell of a lot of love for them. And there are times where you're actually angry with yourself about why you love this person so much. Now, for most of you, it's a romantic partner, but it doesn't have to be. This could be like, you know, I remember back when I had this, you know, all of these great memories with my parents or my brother or my sister, whoever this person is, but something they did or said made you have to emotionally withdraw. And now you're like, do I want to cut them off for good? Or do I want to try fixing this? Because I love my mom, I love my dad, I love my brother and my sister. And then you're angry at yourself. Why do I have feelings? Why do I even care about, you know, and it could be a friend even, but like, why do I care about this person when they clearly don't care about the things they say to me, which cause me to emotionally withdraw from them? So it's almost like you're battling yourself here in the rest of the month of August. Like you don't know if you want to formally walk away or not. And that's because at the heart of the matter is your heart. 8 of Pentacles. Why is the 8 of Pentacles here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The 8 of Pentacles is clarified by the Star card, the 9 of Wands, and the Chariot. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Wands. So it's almost like you're trying to keep busy in the rest of August 2026. You're trying to keep busy. You're trying to move forward. I feel like you're using work or responsibilities as a distraction from whatever has occurred or is occurring here between you and this person. But it's like they're never far from your mind. Like in your downtime, you're constantly replaying what transpired here between you and them. I'd like one card on the no facts card because it says never has the facts, makes up shit, and lies. Can I get one card on that? One more shuffle. Thank you. Maybe it had to do with something that they said here. One card, I actually got two. Nine of Cups and the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, the Moon card. So it's almost like you feel like this person is like two-faced in that Two of Wands. It's almost like one moment they tell you that they really like you, or they're proud of you, or they admire you, or they love you. And then on the, the next moment, you don't really know with that Moon card about where, how they feel about you. So I don't think it's so much that it's like that they have no facts. I mean, maybe for some of you think this person's a liar, take it how it resonates. But it seems to be like you don't factually know how this person actually feels about you, because one day it's, they're, gushing with all of this pride or joy or love, whatever it is, respect, admiration they have for you. And then literally the next day, you don't really know how they feel. Again, either because of something they do or something they say, like the way they treat you makes you go like, I don't even know if I want to have this person in my life. Okay. This person looks like they're coming in. Knight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, Five of Cups. This seems like, I know we have drama starter here, but it seems to be like a dramatic entrance coming in here. Tell me more about this. One more shuffle. Thank you. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You have Three of Wands. You have Page of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You have Justice, Libra energy. And then you have Knight of Cups. If you see my readings before, I always say queens exist in the present. They process the present. They process the past. They're very reflective energy. And kings take action. And I have you here saying, I need to take action on this connection with this person, because I do love them, but I also have to love myself. So I know that you're an air sign, but you're still showing up here in king energy. This person is Page and Knight. So they're, I hate to make it sound hierarchical. They're not where you're at. It is an immature energy. It looks like someone is slowly coming in with an apology towards you with that Knight of Cups. I would expect it by the end of the month. We do have Empress and we have the Ten of Wands. I think that's how they see you. I think they see you as the Empress, whether you're masculine or feminine. I would expect an apology here. If this message is, resonating with you, I would expect an apology here from this person. It seems to be a long-awaited apology. So I don't know if this is someone you actively, are separated from or have had some discontent with, or if this is someone from way back. You're going to have to see, how the rest of the week goes. But remember, this is going to take you till August 31st. But anything else Gemini needs to know about this person or what they're saying to this, what this person's saying to them, I would expect an apology. One more shuffle. Thank you. I just feel like it's a bit immature. We have the Fool. There's the new beginning. The Three of Cups, reconciliation, and the Wheel of Fortune. And at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Cups. So I do think you are receiving an apology. This person might apologize to you because they were immature, or because they did or said something that was like, dramatic. But yeah, I would expect apology here from this person between now and the end of the month. Let's get you, well, I'll use that deck for your advice. What is this person's long-term intentions with Gemini? What is this person's long-term intentions with Gemini? One more shuffle. Thank you. Long-term intentions with you. Two of Swords, Queen of Swords, that's you, whether you're masculine or feminine, and Judgment, bottom of the deck, Tower. They don't know. They don't know their long-term intentions with you, Gemini, because when it comes to the apology, they are in Page and Knight level, energy. When it actually comes about, when it comes to thinking about what type of relationship they want with you in the future, or, to what degree or what depth, in that respect, they are stepping into Queen energy. So they are very reflective. They just don't have a decision for you yet. I think you're going to receive one within the next 3 weeks. Two of Swords has a Two of Swords. The Queen is holding a sword. And then boom, with the Tower, you have the Three of Pentacles and you have the Six of Cups to the Seven of Wands. So I do think that within 3 weeks, if you're waiting for some kind of answer or response from this person, or you want to see if they're actually going to like level up, again, because you showed up here in King energy, they didn't, I would give them a couple of weeks. I hate to say catch up to you, but kind of catch up to you, or at least make their decision here final. But I would expect in the interim a small apology from them about their behavior or something that they said that caused you to emotionally disengage from them. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here for Gemini. One more shuffle here. Thank you. Your advice, Gemini. We have the Lovers. That's your major arcana card. The Moon and Temperance. All 3 are major arcana cards. Bottom of the deck, you have the 6 of Pentacles. There's something here about not making a choice or not making a decision about whether or not you want to heal this connection with this person until you are perfectly clear about this person's feelings for you. Because remember, in that no facts, it's like you don't really know where you stand. And here in your advice, spread, you have the Moon. So it's like, don't make the choice to reconnect with someone if you still don't know if they actually respect you or love you or admire you. So have some patience here with yourself. Don't immediately jump in the moment this person says, I'm sorry. Because look, I don't know who this person is. Maybe it's not a romantic partner. Maybe it's a boss. Like, don't give up looking for other employment options just because they come in with a little sorry, because they're still trying to decide if they're going to keep you or fire you. You know, I mean, we can't forget that part either. This person is still trying to make a decision about, you know, their long-term connection with you or how they want to invest with you or if they want to continue investing with you. So don't be so quick to say yes until you are absolutely sure. Like, this person has to make it known how they actually feel about you. And until then, just be a little reserved and work on healing yourself. That is what I have for you, Gemini, for the rest of August 2026. I did just see the 10 of Cups card as well as the King of Swords. So again, I think eventually you will get the answer from this person, but it's going to take a couple of weeks. In the interim, I would expect an apology. That is what I have for you. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. And so I'll read for you again. I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the remainder of August 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, please take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, now let's begin. Tapping into the Cancer collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they not see coming for the remainder of August 2026? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming? We have creativity, and at the bottom of the deck, you have fake smiles. Okay. Why is creativity something that you do not see coming for the remainder of August? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the 10 of Pentacles, the 2 of Swords, and Justice. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. The underlying energy here, though, is the 3 of Swords. Okay. Tell me about that Queen of Pentacles to the 10 of Pentacles for Cancer's energy, please. One more shuffle here. Thank you. I think some of you will be feeling very tired. I'm suddenly feeling tired. I wasn't tired all morning before I sat down to do this reading. I'm looking at that creativity card, and I noticed the wording, the last phrase here says, feeds off of you. And then I have all of the pentacle resources here. Yep, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, and Judgment. Bottom of the deck, we have the Sun card. So I feel like, although, and there, the last portion now of August 2026, I'm doing the reading on the 25th. So from now until the 31st, it's like you are working. I know that you are a water sign, and you don't have to be feminine here with that Queen of Pentacles. But it looks like you are busy. You're trying to stay busy when it comes to your structure, your stability, your responsibilities, taking care of yourself, your family, the people, pets, plants in your life that matter. But it's almost like it's a little difficult to tend to all of those things because there's something here draining on your energy. 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, and the Judgment card. And I feel like this is your realization in this final week of August 2026. Like this situation, environment, or connection, like dealing with this person or these people or whatever's going on here in your life, because we had that 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. It's like, it's just weighing heavy on you. So are you trying to stay busy and get stuff done? You are, but you're also cognizant of the fact that something is emotionally weighing on you. 2 of Swords. Tell me about the 2 of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. 2 of Swords is clarified by the Emperor, the Page of Wands, and the 4 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. There's a particular person here in your life, and I don't know who they are to you. A friend, a family member, a lover, a vendor, you know, your business partner, your boss, someone who you interact with on a regular basis. It's almost like you haven't quite yet figured out, but I think this is what you're figuring out in this final week of August. Every time I'm done interacting with this person, even if it's small interaction in that page energy, you feel depleted afterwards. So I almost want to say you're becoming more and more aware that your involvement or your engagement with a particular situation, environment, or connection depletes you. It's like you go from Emperor energy down to that Page of Wands energy. So again, still taking care of your stuff, but feeling emotionally depleted every time you interact with a particular individual. Justice. Why is Justice here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Justice is clarified by the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Hierophant. There's almost a feeling here, and look, if this portion of the reading isn't yours, but everything else aligns with what you're going through, then just ignore this portion. But I've tapped into a group of you that as you become more and more aware that, hey, this particular person is feeding off of me, like feeding off of my energy, or maybe duplicating your work or stealing your creative ideas at work, like whatever this is, this drag and this drain on you, it's almost like once you figure it out, then the energy is, hey, you know, they should have to make this right. It's almost like part of you is like, every time we'll use this example. Let's say you work from home and you have a friend and your friend is aware that you work from home, but every time you sit down and do your work, they're texting or calling you with another problem that they have, some drama they're going through, and you have to stop what you're doing to tend to them. And then when you're done tending to them, you almost have no energy left to go back to your work. And it's like, once you start connecting the dots of like, oh my God, this is why I haven't been able to get a lot of work done, is because of my interaction with this person, then it's almost like you want this person to acknowledge that, or you want this person to apologize for it, or to be aware of it, or to make good on it. So I just feel like you're doing your best this week to take care of a lot of stuff. When it comes to one particular interaction in your life, it's draining you. And there's a part of you that feels like this person should make this up to me. This at the very least, I should get an apology for how I'm left depleted after I interact with this person. This person, 8 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. And then on their side, we have fake smiles. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the 3 of Swords, shows itself again. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands. I feel like you're dealing with someone that when they're out in the world, they present themselves like they're hardworking, they're decisive, they have a lot of irons in the fire, they're looking good, smelling good, everything is great in their world, but it's not. It's crumbling. And when everything crumbles in their world, some way, somehow, because of their connection to you, it directly impacts you. So I don't feel like this person is so on top of their game like they're pretending to be, and I think you're well aware of that. I also think you're becoming more and more aware that every time you interact with this person, something in you drops, your energy level drops, or you get very tired, or you feel emotionally dysregulated. So you're starting to connect the dots here. When it comes to your interaction with this person, you're also seeing through the veil that what this person presents to the world, like everything is great, it's almost like you know the truth behind it. Anything else you need to know about your interaction with this person this week? Because I don't actually see interaction between the two of you. What action, if any, is this person taking towards Cancer this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Wands, Nine of Cups, and Queen of Cups. Okay, so they are coming towards you with something. What is that Six of Pentacles? So they are coming towards you. A little resistant at first, so I would expect by the 31st to hear from this person. And it's like they're giving you something here in that Six of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. What are they giving you? I heard Ajita. It's so odd. What an odd spirit guide I have today. What are they giving you today? Two of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Eight of Cups. Ajita. Bottom of the deck, King of Swords. So I would expect communication. So you got a lot of things going on this week. Trying to get stuff done, feeling drained, connecting the dots that every time I interact with this person, I'm drained. And although they present to the world like everything is fine, I know the truth of the matter because they keep coming to me with their complaints, or maybe you actually have like this ongoing, you know, issue here with them. But they're coming to you with a little bit more trauma. They're coming to you with a little bit more trauma. There's a decision they have to make. There's chaos in their life. They could be arguing with some of you. It's a very inconsistent energy. And so I asked what they're bringing to you. Two of Pentacles, which would be time management. So they're going to create time. Six of Swords to reach out to you. That is communication. I feel like this is an airing of grievance. Either they want to talk to you about what's been going on between the two of you, or they have something external going on that they just sort of want to dump on you. And then they're giving you the Eight of Cups, which is emotional depletion. So I would expect communication between you and this person between now and August 31st, and you walking away from that conversation yet again, feeling tired and depleted. This seems very specific. I almost feel like I'm doing a personal reading. So if you don't have anything like that going on with someone, I would encourage you to check another placement. But for those of you where this message did resonate, let's get you 3 cards of advice on how to deal with this person. 3 cards of advice here for Cancer. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Tower, Five of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. Stay grounded. Stay centered. Your advice also here is to not allow whatever's going on in this person's world to affect you, because your advice is the Five of Wands, and then you had the Five of Wands here. So, and that Queen of Pentacles it's very grounded. Are you capable of engaging with this person? You are. Are you capable of helping them out with their issues? You are. The Queen of Pentacles is a very loving queen. It's a very nurturing queen. I always feel like it's the last queen that we have to, you know, accomplish, if you will, before we actually enter into Empress mode. So I just feel like, are you capable of being generous and loving towards this person? You are, but make sure it's not at your own expense, because you started off here with the Queen of Pentacles. So your advice here is to not allow whatever's happening in this person's world to negatively impact yours. So then they go off and they've got a big old smile on their face because they just dumped everything on you. And meanwhile, then you're left Five of Pentacles to the Nine of Swords, like inability to sleep or to sleep well, or maybe have, you know, again, some type of emotional dysregulation here. For a small group of you, this is someone who comes in and out of your life when they need money. And I would be a hard no to this person this week. They, again, they may come in that Two of Pentacles and ask you to help them out, but once you do, they're gone again. So again, that in that respect, it would be, do not allow this person's crisis to become a financial problem for you, where you leave yourself financially depleted and they walk away with whatever money that you have, you know, because again, Queen of Pentacles would be overly generous with their pentacle resources. So I would be mindful of the energy you give this person and any money that you may give this person this week. That is what I have for you, Cancer. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the remainder of August 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all that said, now let's begin tapping into the Leo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Leo not see coming for the remainder of August 2026? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Fake accounts. And at the bottom of the deck, we have dodging bullets. Okay. Tell me why fake accounts is something that Leo does not see coming. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy, we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Three of Cups, we have the Lovers, and we have the Ace of Cups. Very nice. I almost don't want to clarify it. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with, Seven of Cups, Three of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, and that leaves the Ten of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. I'm definitely feeling recovery here. Queen of Cups. Tell me about the Queen of Cups energy here for Leo. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Cups, clarified by Seven of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, and the Ten of Cups. Three of Cups. Why is this here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Cups is clarified by Eight of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. The Lovers. Why is the Lovers here for Leo? One more shuffle. Thank you. Lovers is clarified by Page of Wands, Eight of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and the Hanged Man. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. Okay. Take the messages, how they resonate to you. I'm going to give you a couple of messages here that are on the table. One, if you've seen my readings before, welcome back. If you're new, please click subscribe. But for me as a reader, Queens exist in the present, regardless of your gender or how you identify. Queens exist in the present. They process the present. They process everything that has occurred in the past. And Kings take action. And I have you here in Queen of Cups to the Queen of Wands. It's almost like this week you're finding yourself, you're either thinking about family or close connections or one particular connection or just what happiness means to you in general. So it just seems to be a very reflective time period here for you. I'm doing this reading on the 25th. Between the 25th and the 31st, it's like thinking back to connections that you have, sort of reviewing the connections that are currently in your life. And just, it's almost giving me the feeling of like identifying what happiness truly is. But again, it comes from this reflective quality of looking back at connections currently in your life, but also ones in the past. While you're doing all that and trying to figure out what your happily ever after looks like in regards to your, professional, platonic, and romantic connections, because we have all of them mixed in there, you are receiving communication here from an individual. I feel like at the core of it, you no longer want to connect with people who are fake. That's what I'm taking off of the fake accounts. It's like you're thinking about the past and the present and the people in your life. It's sort of like moving forward. I really only want to connect with people that are genuine and that genuinely either add to my happiness or support it in some way. Like I no longer want to engage with people who detract from my happiness. That seems to be your focus here this week. It's a very good energy. That's why I said I almost don't want to clarify it, but I'm glad that I did, because while you're processing all that, you are receiving communication here from someone. And it seems like when you receive this communication, you're not sure what to make of it. They make, whoever they are, they make the choice here to reach out to you, and you sort of seem to be a little frozen here, like either you weren't expecting this or you weren't expecting whatever it is exactly that they are saying to you. I feel like this person, because we're looking in their energy, we have the Seven of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Knight of Wands. It's like they're now rushing in to present you with this communication, and they feel like they're hoping that they could like dodge a bullet here, meaning they're hoping that the two of you can get past whatever that Three of Swords experience has been between the two of you. They have a feeling of like, can we just let bygones be bygones? Can we start over fresh? Ace of Cups. But they're not sure if you will agree to that. And I'm not here to tell you whether or not you should agree to that. I'm just telling you that's this person's energy. It's like, can we just wipe the slate clean here and move forward? Tell me more about this person. What else does Leo need to know about this person? I don't think you're expecting to hear from this individual. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Ten of Swords, and Temperance, Sagittarius energy. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. So whoever you had this separation with, this fallout with, this ending with, it's possible for some of you, you feel like this person betrayed you in some way. This person is hoping to be able to nurture the connection with you again, and heal this connection between you and them. So I would expect communication between now and the 31st. And that might also be why now you begin to process that Ten of Cups, because it's like now that you've received this communication, you're trying to figure out, does this person still fit into your idea of the Ten of Cups? Would it be beneficial to you to re-engage with them, or are you better off, you know, keeping them at a distance? Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here for Leo. This person could also be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. We have Temperance showed itself. Temperance talks about patience and healing, but it could also talk about restraint because it's slow fire. One more shuffle. Thank you. It could also talk about reflection. So Temperance, Wheel of Fortune, and the Nine of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. Whether or not you choose to re-engage with this person is completely up to you. However, there is something here about if you choose to move forward with this person, you really need to protect yourself in respect to your mental health. And there's something here, whatever occurred here between you and this person, like it emotionally dysregulates you. So if you decide to proceed forward and like heal the connection, bridge the gap between you and this person, one, your advice here is to practice some healthy boundaries with this person. And 2, there's something here about paying attention to how your body feels after you interact with them or before you interact with them. Do you feel excited and happy and relaxed, or do you feel drained? Do you feel emotionally dysregulated? After you spend time with this person, do you sleep well that night, or are you up all night with worry or obsessive thoughts or negative thinking? So again, if you want to proceed forward, 1, practice healthy boundaries, and 2, pay attention to your body, because your body will let you know whether or not this person is actually energetically good for you, and you'll know that about whether or not you can get a good night's sleep after you engage with them. So pay attention to your body when communicating with this person. That is what I have for you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, good luck. And as always, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the remainder of August 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said now, let's begin. Tapping into the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Virgo not see coming for the remainder of August 2026? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle. Thank you. What do you not see coming into you? And at the bottom of the deck, we have looking you up. Okay, Virgo. Tell me why into you is something that Virgo does not see coming this week. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy, we have the Star, the Four of Cups, the Moon, and the Knight of Cups. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. Ace of Cups, Two of Swords, Ace of Wands, and at the bottom of the deck, we have Seven of Swords to the Ten of Cups. Okay, the Star. Why is the Star here for you this week? Why is the Star here for Virgo? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Star is clarified by the Hierophant, the Sun, and the Five of Swords. That's clearly the person you do not have good chemistry with. Okay. Four of Cups. Why is the Four of Cups here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Four of Cups. We have the Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the Hermit. The Moon. Why is the Moon here? One more shuffle. Thank you. Moon is clarified by Page of Swords, Seven of Wands, and the Eight of Pentacles. Knight of Cups, clarified by the Seven of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. Seven of Cups, Page of Wands, Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck, we have Queen of Wands. Okay. I don't know who that Hierophant is to you, whether this is a marital partner, someone you're in a long-term committed partnership with, your job, your boss, your business partner, a community group, maybe even political or religious group that you're part of. Certainly could be family, close circle of friends. So because it's a collective general reading, I'm leaving it up to you to decide who this Hierophant is. At some point in time, okay, they could be a Leo, they could be an Aquarius, but again, it's a general collective reading, so signs don't really matter. It could be a Taurus as well. But the feeling is, at some point in time, you would have liked to have been able to heal the connection with this person. There was a point in time that when you engaged with this individual, it actually made you feel good. The connection had a lot of hope, had a lot of promise, very forward, very future thinking. At some point in time, they were into you and you were into them, until something here fell apart in that Five of Swords. It's like we went from getting along, we went from being on the same page, we went from whatever, working together, collaborating well together, you name it, to Five of Swords. There's arguing, there's deception here, there's manipulation, there's someone here trying to get one over on the other. It's like something really good turned really rotten. There seems to be a conversation here taking place this week between you and this individual. And I don't know what this is about, because again, it's a collective general reading, but you don't seem to be too pleased with whatever this person has to say to you. I have you here. First, I have you Four of Cups, receiving the communication. Again, could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, doesn't have to be. You're here as the Queen of Pentacles, whether you're masculine or feminine. Look at that look that you're giving this person. I mean, in addition to knowing like the meanings of the cards and seeing how the clarifiers come out, I also look at the images. And in your deck, the Queen of Pentacles doesn't seem very pleased with whatever this person has to say to them. You seem very guarded. Your arms are crossed, folded, and then you're doing some reflection about whatever it is that this person says to you this week. The Moon card, I don't think you see this coming. Conversation is probably happening in the energy of that eclipse that we're having on the 27th or 28th, depending on where you live in the world. Page of Swords, the communication comes in. Your defenses go up. The Eight of Pentacles are here. You're working very hard at keeping some boundaries with this person. I think this person might be looking for either let's bury the hatchet, or inquiring if this is a romantic partner, wanting to know if you've moved on with someone else. This person is definitely inquiring on you. On their side, we have looking you up. Okay, so, and right behind that, we have ignoring. So it's almost like they went from ignoring you, ignoring your wants, needs, and desires, maybe not getting back to you about something, and suddenly now they want to engage. And it seems to be a little difficult for you to put up some healthy boundaries with this person, because again, I think at some point in time, they did add or make up that Sun with you, which is Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles to me as a reader. So when the communication comes in, this Knight of Cups, you're sort of left here with Seven of Cups, Page of Wands, and Two of Wands. Do I respond? How do I respond? What do I say? So there's a lot of reflection here on your part. What does this person want with Virgo this week? What does this person want with Virgo this week? Ace of Cups, Two of Swords, Ace of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. What do they want with you this week? The Fool, the Magician, and the Empress. They want to try at a new beginning. Eight of Swords, and they don't know if it's possible. This person very much would like to reconnect with you. We're not in a Mercury retrograde, not yet anyway. This person would like to know if they can reconnect with you. They want to know if you're in another connection. Now, this could be the job. Maybe the job ended horribly, and this is a boss or someone that you worked with reaching out, first trying to look you up, because we have that looking you up card. But then the Magician is also active communication. It's ruled by Mercury, as you are. So then it does appear here like when they can't find the information that they're looking for through other people or online or through social media, then it appears here that they do reach out to you. So again, if it's, you know, a former boss or someone you worked with, there's a discussion here about whether maybe you are still available to work for them, work with them, collaborate with them. If it's a friend, family member, lover, this is someone who would like to reconnect with you. What is this person's... what's their motive? What's their motive for reaching out to Virgo? We'll take it. Their motive. Four of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Eight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Three of Pentacles. Take it how it resonates to you. This person's having financial issues. They're feeling emotionally unstable. Since you're no longer engaging with them like you have, their world is a bit rocked. They have more responsibilities on their shoulders now. So, I mean, this could be a roommate and you've moved out and now they're left to do everything that you used to do. So it could be emotional, it could be financial, and it could be even like psychological. Take it how it resonates to you, but this person needs help. They're reaching out to you because they need help, because ever since you broke away from them, they've been having a difficult time either financially, emotionally. The Ten of Wands to the Eight of Cups, it's like the emotions are so heavy, it actually could be affecting them like on a mental or psychological level. So that's their motive for reaching out. What is their intention with Virgo this week? What's their intention? One more shuffle. Thank you. Their intention. Five of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Five of Pentacles. This is someone who no longer wants to argue with you. They don't even want to discuss what occurred in the past. This is someone who would like to move past the disagreements, past the arguing. For some of you, they very well could need some type of financial help. So just keep that in mind as well, because we had the Four of Pentacles to that Ten of Wands. Now we've got the Five of Pentacles here. So for some of you, this person, I'm not saying that they don't care for you or love you or admire you, but it's possible for some of you there's a financial component to this. For those of you in a legal situation, I don't know why I'm being told to look into this. If you're in a legal situation with this person, suddenly this week they're trying to be a little sweet on you. Okay, let's not argue. Again, it could have something here to do with finances. I'm just going to draw three cards for those of you in that situation. For my Virgos in a legal situation with this person, whether it's like buying, selling a property, divorce, dividing of assets. Again, could be work-related, something contractual in nature. What does this person want from Virgo? What do they want from Virgo if this is a legal issue or some type of contract? One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, bottom of the deck, King of Cups. They want you guys to get along for the good of the family or for money, something like this. Maybe they think you can draw more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. So if you're going through any type of legal issue, they're trying to be nice to you or smooth out the waters with you, because there's, still discussions here to be had in regards to property, assets, money, maybe even family. There's a family here on the card with children. So maybe they think if they're nice to you, you guys can like strike a better deal when it comes to like alimony, child support, child visitation, stuff like that. Let's get you three cards of advice. One more shuffle. Thank you. Six of Swords, Ten of Cups, and the Strength card. Bottom of the deck, you have the Nine of Swords. This card has been making the rounds here today and yesterday as well in the readings. don't fight with this person if you don't have to. Six of Swords sometimes could talk about leaving behind the Five of Swords. That's what precedes it. And trying to move into like calmer waters. It is a card of moving on, and it is a card of making progress. There's something here about whether or not you want to proceed forward with reconnection or conversation with this person. There's something here about you protecting your peace. The Strength card could talk about power and the energy of protection. And I have that right on the heels of the Ten of Cups. So whether you want to continue to like move forward with dialogue with this person, or maybe there are some things here legally that you still need to hash out with them, there is something here about you protecting your energy or your happiness from this person. Because it looks like if you don't do that, I don't know what type of connection this is, this person can easily affect your you know, your emotional regulation, meaning they could emotionally dysregulate you quite easily. There's something here about your interaction with this person seems to upset you on a conscious and subconscious level, maybe could even affect your sleep, your eating habits, stuff like that. So if you want to proceed forward, your advice is here, just make sure that you, again, you're going to have to practice good boundaries with this person and guard your peace and guard your happiness, because they seem to be a bit of an energy drain. Sorry if you're the cross watcher. That is what I have for you, Virgo, from now until August 31st. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, maybe just found it to be helpful, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the remainder of August 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, please take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, and that was a lot, let's begin. Tapping into the Libra collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Libra not see coming for the remainder of August 2026? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle here. Thank you. And I'm recording this on the 25th, Libra. I most likely will put it up today as well. And this will run from now until the 31st of the month. So what do you not see coming? Inside scoop. And at the bottom of the deck, we have ignoring. Okay. Why is this something that Libra does not see coming this week? Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Let's get one more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy, we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Three of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups, and we have the Queen of Wands. I almost don't want to clarify this for you. You look amazing. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with, not so much, okay? Four of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Two of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. All right. Nine of Pentacles. Why do we have the Nine of Pentacles for Libra? One more shuffle. Thank you. This is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Hierophant. Bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. I feel like it's a little bit more career focused of a read for you, but if you want to take this in regards to another connection in your life, you're more than welcome to do that. The Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Hierophant. Hierophant. It could be a marriage, right? It could be in respect to your marriage, committed partnership, your spouse. It certainly could be in regards to a community group that you're part of, political or religious, a very close inner circle of friends, family, and for some of you, and I feel like we're leaning a little bit more on work here, the Hierophant very well could represent the corporation or company that you work for, business partner, could even represent your own company for those of you who are self-employed. There's something here in regards to the Hierophant. Again, whatever the Hierophant is for you, which seems to be a bit of stress. And this is something that has been going on for a while. 7 of Pentacles to the 10 of Wands. This is not like everything's been peachy keen with whomever or whatever the Hierophant is, and you wake up on a random Wednesday and you're like, oh my God, this is so stressful. No, this has been lingering in the environment with whomever or whatever this is. And I feel like up until now, you've been doing the best you can with it. 3 of Cups. Why is the 3 of Cups here? I'm going to do a joint clarification here. 3 of Cups, 10 of Cups. One more shuffle. Thank you. 3 of Cups, 10 of Cups. Clarified by the Emperor, the 8 of Swords, and the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Wands. So I feel like when it comes to house, home, community, family, I think you're doing well. I think you're doing well in respect to those connections. But I think those connections are being a bit impacted because of, again, whatever's going on with this Hierophant. It's almost like you're trying to figure out, we're looking at the inside scoop, and this is your card for the week. So I think you're trying to get an inside scoop, meaning you're trying to go within in Hermit energy and figure out, what am I doing with this? So as you're engaging with friends, you're going to work, you're talking to your spouse or your partner or, you know, whomever, whatever in your life, it's like in the back of your mind is constantly thinking about this particular problem that you have and how can you resolve it? Because the Emperor's like, you're in top, you know, top form this week, top of your game. But that 8 of Swords to the Hermit's like, but in my quiet time, I'm constantly thinking about what am I going to do about that? How am I going to resolve that? Because again, it's been a lingering issue with you for a while. Queen of Wands. Tell me about the Queen of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Wands is clarified by the Tower, the 8 of Cups, and the Sun card. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. The more you think about whomever or whatever this is, you're starting to lean towards maybe I just want to wash my hands of it and walk away. Because for me, queens exist in the present. They process the present. They process the past. And I have you here, whether you're masculine or feminine, and yes, I know you're an air sign, but I have you here in Queen of Wands thinking about everything that you've done for this person, place, or thing. And either they're ungrateful or there's too much on your plate here. This is a lingering issue for you, and you're well aware of it in the final week of August 2026. And the feeling is, I mean, the Tower is in like that's an instant. Tower to the 8 of Cups is, you know, like, well, you know what? I just want to like throw my hands up with this. I don't even want to deal with this. I can go find happiness, a better job, whatever this is. Your feeling here is I could just find better elsewhere. I can find a better partner elsewhere, a better job elsewhere, you know, a better vendor. Maybe you're a business partner. This is a vendor. Again, I hate to be vague in the readings. I try to be specific, even though that they are collective. You would know at the time of the reading if you're having a problem with someone who identifies as the Hierophant in your life. And it looks like you're going back and forth here, you know, in this final week of August, trying to decide, do I just want to walk away from this once and for all? Maybe I need to turn my attention elsewhere. The problem here seems to be whomever or whatever this is, you either already had a conversation with this person or you're about to have a conversation with this person. Like there's someone else here involved in that. You know, it's the friend, it's the family member, it's the lover, again, the client, the coworker, whomever. You're having a conversation here with them, and your feeling here is they are ignoring you. Ignoring, uninterested, played out, okay? 4 swords, they're sitting on their hands. Page of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. It's almost like you feel like what you're saying to this person is falling on deaf ears, or like they're not taking you seriously. They could be a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, or just a very immature energy since they showed up here as a page, regardless of how old they are. You could feel like this is very immature. I'm trying to address this issue and you're either saying something, and I'm just speaking like you, they're either saying something that's immature or they're ignoring you like, you know, an immature person would do. Like they're not taking you seriously. One more shuffle. Thank you. Who is this Page of Pentacles? The Ace of Pentacles, the 9 of Wands, and the King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the 2 of Wands. So I feel like you're having a conversation here with someone who's an intricate player in whatever is going on here, and this person is very defensive. The King of Swords to the Nine of Wands is someone who they're either going to say something that's cutting and poo-poo, dismiss you away like this is all in your head, or you're making a big deal out of something, or you're meddling in something that is not your concern. There's something like that here happening, and you could see it as they're not taking you seriously, they're ignoring you, or that is just a very immature response from this individual. Anything else Libra needs to know about this person's response to them? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Knight of Cups, again, immature energy, Eight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. This person knows that they have to respond to you. This person knows that they can't just walk away. This person knows that they can't ignore you for much longer. They're just kicking the can down the road. They're well aware of the fact that at some point in time, they need to stop being reckless or being immature or not taking responsibility for something here or addressing the issue. They know at some point in time they need to work on fixing this with you or addressing this with you, but they're also choosing at this time to kick the can down the road. So I wouldn't expect much progress with this person up until the 31st. I don't want you to feel like all hope is lost, so can we get a little sneak peek into that first week of September, please, for Libra? A little sneak peek with this person. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Fool. So there is movement. Chariot, fastest card in the deck. Five of Wands, bottom of the deck. The Ten of Pentacles. So I would expect a healthy exchange. And by healthy, it could get a little heated or a little loud. And that might be because they've been giving you the runaround for the last week or you've been feeling ignored. So I would say into that first week of September, I don't know who's approaching who here to finally address the issue, but I would expect it to get a little heated or a little combative there with Chariot to the Five of Wands. Let's get you some advice. I'm going to get you two sets of advice. How to handle this person for the remainder of August. And then advice spread for when you finally do have this conversation with them. It looks like it can get a little heated. Let's get you advice on that as well. Three cards of advice for Libra, how to deal with this person. And look, it could be people. Maybe for some of you, there's several people involved. But one of them is very immature. I'm sorry if you're the cross watcher watching. Three cards of advice on how Libra can deal with this person. The initials DFR. D like David, F like Frank, R like Robert, may be relevant to someone watching. One more shuffle. Thank you. Your advice, how to deal with this person. Nine of Cups, Seven of Wands, and the Knight of Wands. And they showed up here as Knight of Cups. So I feel like you need to guard your energy from this person, whatever's transpiring or not transpiring with them at this time. Don't allow it to affect your happiness at the end of the day. Now, when we have this heated conversation, three cards of advice for that. Okay, thank you. I'm not going to take the cards that fell face down, but I do want to take the one that fell. Oh, none fell face up. Okay. Three cards of advice here, please. I thought we had a flipper there, but I guess not. Three cards of advice here for how Libra can deal with the, it looks like it's a heated exchange. One more shuffle. Thank you. King of Wands, Nine of Wands, which is what they had there, and King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, you have the Moon. There's something here about speaking to this person like they're your equal, but understanding that they're not your equal. In other words, because you already showed up here as the Emperor, there's something about like you speaking from a place of authority, you treating this person like they are an equal to you, but also being cognizant of the fact that they're not. Again, because they showed up in that page energy. There's also something here going on with this person that you are not aware of. Okay, now you're going to go down that rabbit hole. Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. That is the truth whenever I see an ace. So treat this person like an equal, even though they have not been treating you like an equal or not treating you with the respect that you deserve. But you also need to be aware of the fact this person has something going on in their life that is affecting all of this that you're not aware of. What is happening in this person's life that Libra is not aware of? Okay, Seven of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. This person could be having financial issues, stability issues. One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Devil. Oh, yeah. Bottom of the deck, the Hangman. It's been happening for a while. This person's having family issues, financial issues, gambling issues, addictions. Again, this is hidden under the energy of the moon, so you are not aware that maybe this person, you know, there's something here that they're doing in excess, and it affects their structure. It affects maybe their home life, their stability, and their finances. So they could be heavily in debt, just lost a job, on the verge of losing their job. Maybe their business isn't going well. They could be going through a divorce. They're definitely giving into obsession, or they're giving into excess. There could also be drug or alcohol abuse occurring here as well. That, again, I don't think you are 100% fully aware of. Just keep that in mind. That is what I have for you, Libra, for the last week, if I can get the words out of my mouth, for the last week of August 2026. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, babies, rising as well as Venus. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the remainder of August 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, Moon babies, let's see what you don't see coming. Tapping into the Scorpio collective now, Sun, Moon, babies, Rising, as well as Venus. What does the Scorpio collective not see coming for the remainder of August 2026? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Marrying for money. And at the bottom of the deck, we have impersonator. Okay. Why do we have marrying for money? Something that Scorpio does not see coming. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy, we'll take that, fell face up. We have the High Priestess. We have the King of Wands. We have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Star. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. Six of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Page of Swords. And that leaves the Seven of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, High Priestess. Clarify the High Priestess here, please. One more shuffle here. Thank you. High Priestess is clarified by the Page of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and Temperance. King of Wands. Why is the King of Wands here? One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Wands is clarified by King of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Hanged Man. Queen of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Swords is clarified by the Tower, the Five of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. And the Star, why is the Star here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Star is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Cups. Bottom of the deck, Six of Cups. So you clearly have something going on this week with another person. Okay, Six of Cups connection. It could be professional. It could be platonic. It could be romantic. When the offer is received by you, and you're receiving this offer over the course of the next 8 days, I'm recording this on the 25th. It's until the 31st. So over the course of the next 7 to 8 days, when you receive this offer, you seem to be undecided or indecisive if you want to accept it, if you want to move forward with it. Now, that Page of Cups could be anything. offer, communication, an apology. You know, you're going to have to take it how it resonates to you. But the marrying for money card in your energy here, it's almost like, do I want to accept this or do I want to commit to this? So let's say you're selling your car and someone makes you an offer. You're like, do I want to commit to this, right? Do I want to move forward with this sale? Maybe for some of you, you're buying something, you know, and maybe you present an offer here, but you're not quite sure. You're like, should I present the offer? So there's something here in regards to commitment. And again, it could be career and finance, investments. It certainly could be in regards to like a romantic connection. You're going to have to take it how it resonates to you. But when the offer is received here, and this person is the one who's offering this to you, you're not offering this to this person. They're coming in, offering this to you, and you seem to be indecisive, where maybe in the past you would have been a quick yes, or you would have easily forgiven this person or just accepted this offer, whatever this is. Could even be like a job offer. But for me, queens exist in the present. They process the present, they process the past. And when this person takes this initiative to communicate this with you, present you with this offer, I have you here in Queen of Swords energy. That Tower is a little bit of a shock to you, because I think in the past you would have been an automatic yes. And right now you could possibly be an automatic no. Never allow Tarot to tell you what to do. But the Four of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles to the Tower, when you receive this, it's almost like, it's not exactly what I was hoping for. Maybe in the past I would have said yes to any job, but now that I received this job offer, it's not exactly the hours that I want, or they're not providing the exact benefits that I want, or the exact pay that I want. Whatever it is that's coming into you, again, I get the feeling like in the past I would have said yes, but right now I don't know if it's good enough. That's further clarified here by the stars. See, this is what I mean. Like, once upon a time, you would have loved to receive this offer, this apology, you know what I mean, this job. But now that it's here, the Ace of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, you're like, maybe I'm better off saying no. Maybe I'm better off passing this up. Maybe I'm better off waiting for another opportunity. In this person's energy, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Page of Swords. This is someone who's deciding to move forward and provide you with this. Now, it's interesting how in their energy we have Impersonator. Let's find out more about this person. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here on the table. Also Aries. And then we have earth signs and fire here as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag. Tell me more about this person. One more shuffle. Thank you. Clarified by the Eight of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Emperor. More Aries energy. So whenever Emperor or Empress is on the table, for me as a reader, every zodiac sign is there because they embody the best qualities of all four queens or all four kings. Whatever offer, communication, apology, opportunity, again, that this person's presenting to you, internal to them, I don't know how to word this. They feel like it's the best that they can give you, but at the same time, they know that they should be giving you more. So what do I mean by that? Let's say it's a job offer. This person is in their head, the way that they're figuring this out is, I know that I should be offering Scorpio a job at this salary, but the company or whatever, my hands are tied, I can't provide the job at this salary. But this is the best top salary I could provide them with. This person's feeling is, I'm offering the best. If it's an apology, they're thinking Scorpio deserves a grander apology, but I think it's good enough. That's their feeling. It's the best that I can do. I know Scorpio's going to think that they deserve more, and they're not saying, you know, that you don't. They're acknowledging here that you most likely do, but this is the best that they can do. This is the best that they can do. Impersonator. Can I get one card on Impersonator? One more shuffle. Thank you. Impersonator card is clarified by the Nine of Cups, bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. There's a lot of Page Fool energy for this person. The Impersonator card says wants to be like you, acts like you, dresses like you, looks like you, copies you, etc. I feel like this person is trying to match your energy. That's what I think is happening here, because I think they're trying to come across, they know you deserve more. They know you deserve a better paying job, or a better benefits package, or a grander apology, or more expression of love. Like, again, I don't know who this person is and what they're offering you. You're going to have to see how, you know, the next 7 or 8 days plays out. But their feeling here is, I know you deserve more, but I can't do that. But this is the best that I can do. And they're trying to match your energy. Like, you should be really excited about this. They're, how do I explain that? They're trying to present themselves as being very happy and very excited to present you with this offer, as if it is what you deserve, but it's not really what you deserve. It's a little less than what you deserve. I hope that's making sense. Can I get 3 cards on that 9 of Cups? One more shuffle. Thank you. It's like, we're going to use job as an example. The Magician, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Strength card. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Thank you for that. Okay, so we'll use job. Okay, you applied to ABC Corporation. They're contacting you. You went on the interview. This is post-interview now. They reach out to you and say, hey, Scorpio, that job that you interviewed for, we'd like to present that to you for, I don't know, 50,000 US dollars a year. Now, they know that you're worth 80,000 US dollars a year, but it's not in their budget. They can't afford it right now, but they're going to present it to you like it is 80,000. I'm not saying they're going to lie to you, but they're all hyped up and we're just so excited to present you with this offer. It's for a whole $50,000. It's amazing. You know what I mean? Like, trying to talk it up, like pretending that it's like the 80,000, but everybody here knows it's not for 80,000, it's for 50,000. So that's what they're doing here. They're trying to match your energy. They're trying to stay high vibe. They're trying to pretend that what they're offering you is exactly what you want, when they damn well know it's not exactly what you want. It falls a bit short of what you want. What is this person's intentions for this week? Their intentions with you this week: Queen of Wands, the World card, and the 9 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the 9 of Wands. They're hoping you say yes to whatever this is. The World card would be, it's a completion. We're going to wrap this up. We're moving forward. World to the Fool card. You're going to say yes. You're going to move forward. But they are nervous as hell because they know it's not exactly what you want. It falls short. And they're well aware of that. So they could, they talk a good game, like they're trying to talk it up, but they damn well know they could do better. Or at the very least, you deserve better. So their intention for this week is to get you to say yes, to hype this up, talk this up. Like, you should get all excited over this while knowing it's not exactly what you wanted or what you were expecting or what you were hoping for. Anything else we need to know about them this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. Anything else you need to know? 7 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, and the Devil. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. Can I get 1 card on that message? One more shuffle. Thank you. Knight of Wands, bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Thank you. If they wanted to, if they really wanted to provide you with whatever is in that Page of Cups, if they really wanted to provide you with exactly what you want, they could do it. They might act like they can't. My hands are tied. I have all of this other stuff going on. The company doesn't have the money right now. But if they really wanted to, they could. If they really wanted to, they could provide something more solid, more substantial, more money, a more in-depth apology. If they really wanted to, they could. If they really wanted to, they could. Because they're well aware of what you want, and they can provide it. They're just choosing not to. Keep that in mind, especially if this is a job. And you're looking for the real deal. Marrying for money is like, I'm not saying you're marrying this person for money or something like that, but you're looking for the real deal. Like, if I'm going to commit to you, or I'm going to accept this job or accept this offer, it better be the real effing deal. And they know what they're providing you with is not the real effing deal. It's not terrible, but if they wanted to provide you with the real deal, they could. They're choosing not to, at least this week. 3 cards of advice here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Their energy was even deceptive in this reading. 4 of Pentacles, hold your ground. Queen of Wands and the 4 of Wands. Bottom of the deck is that Devil. If you hold your ground, you end up getting exactly what you want. So, again, if it's a job and they're so excited, here's a job, it's $50,000. And if you say, well, I was really looking for $80,000, but I will accept if you offer $70,000, like I'm willing to compromise, you get what you want. but you're going to have to hold your ground. If this is a relationship that we're talking about, I don't know what transpired here, but if they just say, oh, I'm sorry, that happened last week, sorry, and you hold your ground and you're like, no, that's not a proper apology. Proper apology is you acknowledge what you did, you acknowledge how it made me feel, and you tell me what you're going to do in the future to make sure you don't repeat that. And you hold your ground. That's the only type of apology I'm going to accept. You end up receiving it. So there's something here about you knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing that this person is capable. Got to keep that in mind. They are capable of giving you what it is that you want. But if you cave and just say yes, you're just going to end up with whatever they're giving you. If you can stand firm and know your value and worth, you end up getting what you want. That is what I have for you, Scorpio, for the final 7-8 days there of the month. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the remainder of August 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said now, my love, let's begin. We're tapping into the Sagittarius collective now. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they not see coming for the last week of August 2026? What do they not see coming? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Kissing butt. And at the bottom of the deck, we have hustling. Okay. Kissing butt. Why is kissing butt something that you do not see coming for the remainder of August 2026? Let's get one more shuffle. Thank you. Interesting message. Okay, in your energy, kissing butt is clarified by 3 of Cups, Knight of Cups, 6 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. Situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. The Hierophant, the Magician, and the 10 of Swords. What? Three of Cups. Why is there 3 of Cups here? One more shuffle. Thank you. 3 of Cups is clarified by Wheel of Fortune, 6 of Cups, and the King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, we have King of Wands. Please don't be offended. It's a general collective reading. I love you. I want to say that ahead of time. You are my opposite sign. If you want to reverse this, you can. I'm going to read it like it's you, but I have your energy here. Again, if you want to reverse it, please reverse it. I have the energy here of you. You're actually kissing this person's butt because you don't want to lose them this week. You don't want to lose the job. You're kissing your boss's butt a little bit. You know, you don't want a problem with the landlord and get kicked out of your apartment. You're kissing this person's butt a little bit, okay? You don't want to lose this romantic partner. Maybe you need a favor from a friend. I don't know what your motive is, but there's something here of I'm going to choose to show up kissing this person's ass. A little bit more emotional expression, a little bit more lightheartedness, but your purpose for doing that is because you don't want to lose them. Again, if you want to reverse this, you can. I'm just telling you what's here. This is like I can catch more bees with honey, or I can catch more flies with honey than vinegar. I think you have been vinegar with this person, and you're sort of shifting gears now to honey. One more shuffle. Thank you. And again, if you want to reverse this, you can. I'm just going to read it like it's you. Clarified by the Emperor, Temperance, and the Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Moon. I feel like this is what you're doing. I feel like you're switching the game up on this person. I think there's been a lot of distance created here. And whatever your reason is, no judgment here. You want victory, you want success, and you don't want to lose this person this week. And you're deciding to be more authentic. Like I said, be more lighthearted. I'm not saying you don't care for this person or that you don't love them. Please don't misinterpret it that way. It just, we're clarifying the kissing butt card. So it's like you're overdoing it. You're overdoing the sweetness here this week. Six of Wands, Page of Swords. Let's do a joint collaboration here. One more shuffle. Thank you. This is being clarified by the Six of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, Page of Wands. I think this week you're doing everything you can. Again, want to reverse again. Doing everything you can. Pulling out every trick out of the magician's magic hat that you can to not lose this person. Because in their energy, we have the Hierophant, the Magician, and the Ten of Swords. This person is actively trying to figure out a way to end this connection with you. To fire you, to let you go. They're hustling. They're working on this. They're hoping, asking, praying. They could be going to someone. They could be seeking counsel. This could be a Gemini, a Virgo, or a Taurus. But with that Hierophant card, this is your spouse. This is your boss, family member, community group. They're actively manifesting an ending here. And they could be talking to someone about that ending or about ending something with you. And I think you know that. And that's why you're trying to be a little bit more sweet this week. Tell me more about this person's energy. Tell me more about their energy as it relates to Sagittarius. One more shuffle. Thank you. Their energy as it relates to you. Seven of Pentacles, the Phoenix, and the Chariot. Bottom of the deck, Five of Cups. I feel like this person is trying to invent or reinvent some way to exit this connection with you. It's like they've been thinking about this for a while. How to move on from this connection. Why? What is that Ten of Swords? Clarify the Ten of Swords. One more shuffle. Thank you. Ten of Swords is clarified by the Tower, the Eight of Cups, and the Fool. Bottom of the deck, we have the Celestial Weaver. Again, if this is reversed and you're disconnecting and you're looking for another job or another place to live, or you're talking to a lawyer to get a divorce, and whoever this other person is, they may be sensing that and they're going to come on sweet. But for others of you, this is you. You have someone here who's looking to exit a connection with you. And you're aware of that, and you're trying to be extra sweet on them so you don't lose them this week. Anything else Sagittarius needs to know about their interaction with this person? What's the interaction between the two this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. What is the interaction between the two of you? The Strength card, the Celestial Weaver, and the Eight of Wands. Bottom of the deck, Four of Swords. I think there is conversation that's going on, but not about what's happening. I don't think you're saying to them, hey, I'm being extra sweet on you because I don't want to lose you. And I don't think they're saying, hey, I'm just going along to get along right now because I'm trying to figure out an exit plan. So I feel like it's cordial. I feel like with that Celestial Weaver is like when we're working together or we're working in concert with the universe to get things done. Like we're building, we're weaving. So I think like with that Eight of Wands, the two of you are coming together. I do think that there's active conversation. But in the Four of Swords, I don't feel like we're really getting to the meat of the potatoes of what you suspect they're doing and why you're doing what you're doing. And again, if you want to reverse it, you can. But it seems to be cordial communication. That Strength card, we're holding back from actually talking about what the hell is happening here, why they're acting the way they're acting, and why you're acting the way you're acting. Let's get you some advice there, Sag. I mean, I don't know what else to draw on here. What is this person's intentions? What is this person's intentions here? One more shuffle. Thank you. What are their intentions? The Four of Swords, the Two of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Moon. This person's intentions is to not address the issue. This person is trying to make a decision here, and they're feeling stuck. And until they figure out exactly what it is that they're doing with you whether they are moving on or not, because I feel like they're still inquiring. Like, can I really fire Sagittarius? Is it advantageous to replace Sagittarius? You know, do I move forward with severing the business partnership with Sag? Do I take on another business partner? Do I file for divorce? Like, I feel like until they can figure it out, they're going to be cordial with you. I don't think they're addressing any of the issues. I don't think you're addressing any of the issues either. Again, if you want to reverse this, you're more than welcome to do it. But this seems to be, let's just go along to get along until I make a decision here. And until then, I don't really want to discuss what I'm doing. I feel like in that moon energy, they're keeping this to themselves, although you seem to be suspecting it. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. I'm going to get you 2 sets. I'm going to get you advice on what it is that you're doing here. Again, if it's you with that whole kissing butt thing. Advice for Sagittarius and their strategy, their tactics. One more shuffle. Thank you. Temperance, 2 of Wands, and King of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the 3 of Swords. If you're making the choice to do this because you genuinely care about this person or the company, or you really love this partner, if you're doing it from that place, then go ahead. If it's authentic to you, you really feel this, and that's why you're expressing yourself this way, okay. If the ulterior motive here is, I'm just going to show up this way because I'm trying to delay a heartbreak that I think may be occurring here because I get the feeling this person's moving in another direction, then your advice here is to not do that because it would backfire. And you're still going to experience the 3 of Swords, but it's going to feel even worse because at that point you're like, wow, and I did all of this and I still was let go, or I still was replaced, or they still broke up with me. So if it's coming from a genuine place, go ahead, move forward. But if you're simply doing it because your judgment call is like, I want to prevent this, I want to prevent this 3 of Swords, then don't do it if it's not authentic or genuine, because I do think it ends up backfiring. Let's get you 3 cards of advice on how to deal with this person this week. 3 cards of advice on how Sagittarius can deal with this person this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. 7 of Wands, 7 of Cups, and there's that Hierophant. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Swords. Your advice is, again, if you really want to hold this together and it's authentic and genuine, then you can go ahead and do that. But if you think that by doing this, you're going to somehow keep this person tethered to you, then it's a fantasy. It's not going to work. This person still has a decision here to make about you, and you being overly sweet to them this week isn't going to make them forget about this decision here that they need to make. Page of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, the 2 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords. It's not going to prevent this. If this person wants to go, they're going to go. If they want to downsize the company, they're going to downsize the company. So your advice here is, if you're looking for this victory, because 7 of Wands could be like, I'm standing my ground, and victory because I'm going to hold on to this person, I think you're making a decision based on fantasy and illusion. And again, if it's roles reverse, that's the advice for the cross watcher. If Sagittarius wants to move on from you, they're going to move on from you, and no amount of ass kissing is going to keep them in something they don't want to stay in. That is what I have for you. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. And so I read for you again. I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the rest of August 2026. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't. If it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. And yes, I know I interact with several of you, and yes, you're noticing that the background is clearing out, and that's because we're getting ready to move. So excited. Anyway, let's step into your energy now and see what you don't see coming for the rest of August 2026. Tapping into the Capricorn collective now. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they not see coming for the rest of August 2026? One more shuffle. Thank you. I just heard nothing's going to stop this. Okay. What do you not see coming? Rejected. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have ain't crap. Nothing's going to stop this. All right. Tell me more about this here for Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why do we have rejected here as something they do not see coming for the rest of August 2026? One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy, we have the Four of Cups, we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Page of Wands. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with, 10 of Swords, 4 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and that leaves the 2 of Wands, King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's like you're receiving communication offer opportunity between now and August 31st, and you're looking at it like, what am I supposed to do with this? It's almost like it's not good enough. 4 of Cups. Why is the 4 of Cups here for Capricorn? Yeah, what am I supposed to do with this? One more shuffle here. Thank you. 4 of Cups, clarified by 6 of Swords, Judgment, and the 4 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 2 of Wands. So you're receiving communication offer opportunity between now and August 31st. And you need to make a decision about whether or not you're saying yes or no. Am I moving forward with this or not? And it's like you're taking some time here to think about it, because the feeling here is, what am I supposed to do with this? King of Pentacles. This is you in your highest vibration, whether you're masculine or feminine. Clarify the King of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. The joint clarification. 9 of Swords, the 10 of Cups, and the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Tower. It's like the communication offer opportunity you receive isn't good enough. You were expecting more. You were expecting a bigger apology. You were expecting a better raise. You know, you were expecting, I don't know, a better promotion. Maybe you're single and you're going out on your first date with this person. You expected them to take you to a nicer place. I don't think that this is a matter of, I deserve more because my shit don't stink. Like, I don't think that's where you're coming from. I think it's, I know my worth and value, King of Pentacles. And what you're presenting to me just isn't good enough. I think it's coming from a place of knowing your self-worth and your self-value. You know how much a job should be paying you. You know what I mean? You know what taking someone out to a nice place to dinner is, and it's not Burger King. Nothing against Burger King. I love it. My lampshade back there has two Burger King crowns on it, one on top of the other. But there's something here of this is not good enough, and it's because you know your worth and value. Page of Wands, tell me about this offer opportunity. I feel like you're rejecting it. And again, it's not because you think your crap don't stink or anything like that. You just know your worth and value. One more shuffle. Thank you. And I think this person feels devastated by it. The Death card, the Hierophant, and the Ace of Wands, bottom of the deck, the Wheel of Fortune. The offer that they're presenting you with, they think it's a damn good offer. And you're like, excuse me? This person's devastated. And, you know, tarot sometimes tends to over-catastrophize things. It could be devastated. It could be disappointed. Not feeling great. 10 of Swords, 4 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles. Because, again, they thought the communication offer opportunity was a good one. They thought it was solid. And now they're sitting here realizing it ain't crap. It's not good enough for you. What are they offering you? Can you please clarify more? What is this person offering to Capricorn? What's being offered here? Fiend. What's fiend? F-I-N? Fiend? I think that means finish. I remember watching like vaudeville movies, and there was only music, right? There's no voice and no sound except for like the musical soundtrack they would overlay over them. And I remember at the end a lot of them saying fiend, F-I-N, like finish. So I think for you, it's like, I'm like, that's that line that you're drawing in the sand. That was that feeling like, no, it's not good enough. What are they offering you? 2 of Cups, 7 of Wands, and the King of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the 5 of Pentacles. This person really believes that what they're offering you when they're initially offering it to you, they think it's a good thing, and in hindsight, they realize they could have done better. They realize they could have done better. So again, job offer, asking you out on a date, reconciliation offer, apology. In the moment, they think it's great, and then because of your reaction, they realize, oh, I could have done more. I could have been better. I could have done more. I could have offered more. Anything else about the interaction here between these two? Anything else Capricorn needs to know about their interaction with this person? Actually, you know what? Scratch that. What does this person do after you reject them? What does this person do after Capricorn says no, or that's not good enough, or I expected more, or I'm not tolerating that? What does this person do? One more shuffle. Thank you. What do they do? Emperor, back to the drawing board. Now they need to level up. Emperor, 7 of Cups, and 6 of Wands. Now they start coming up to themselves, thinking about new creative ways on how to offer this to you, but better. So maybe it's a good thing here that you're originally saying, that's not good enough, or I know I'm worth more than that. I shouldn't have to beg for this. I shouldn't have to ask you to do the right thing. There's something here like this that you're conveying to this person, and it's making them go back to the drawing board and go, you know what, Capricorn's right. So I would say to not settle for breadcrumbs here in that 6 of Pentacles energy. Because you saying no, no thanks, not good enough, I deserve more, something to that effect makes this person realize, again, it's back to the drawing board. If I want to win Capricorn over, if I want them to say yes to this, or say yes to me, or accept whatever it is I'm giving them, I have to think of something better. So good, sends them back to the drawing board. Good for you. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. 3 cards of advice here, please, for Capricorn. Look at you, knowing your worth and value, being able to communicate when you don't. These are all your wounds. These are all your wounds that we've been reading about since January that have been surfacing, that you've been mending and healing and trying to find your voice and trying to say that's not good enough, because you tend to be a little people pleasy, okay? Don't be offended by that. So if this is some type of universal test, and it could be, you're passing it with flying colors, because at the end of the day, you know your value and your worth. So this is your reading. Good for you. Page of Swords, when you receive this offer, communication, opportunity. 6 of Pentacles, don't accept less than what you know that you're worth. 5 of Wands to the 5 of Swords. It's not telling you to argue. The universe is never going to tell you to argue, but it's going to tell you to stand your ground. Stand your ground. You deserve more. You deserve more money. You deserve a more in-depth apology. If someone says, I'm treating you to a really nice place, then it should be a really nice place. You know what I mean? Unless you guys ahead of time go, yeah, let's go to the hot dog, cart. That's different. But this is, yeah, you should know your worth and value. You should be able to communicate what it is that you desire, and you should not have to barter or settle for less when it comes to your self-worth and your self-value. And also, 5 of Swords sometimes could be lack of communication. So in terms of advice, it's like, don't be afraid to say, I'm sorry, that's not good enough, or I expected more. You have the right to say that. 5 of Swords, 6 of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles. Send this person back to the drawing board, because I do think you end up getting what you want, but not if you say yes right off the bat. Hope that made sense for someone watching. That is what I have for you. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, congratulations, my friends. And as always, I'm sending you light, love, and peace. Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the rest of August 2026. I can't believe that I live in the Northern Hemisphere. I can't believe summer's almost over, but anyway, back to your reading. It is a collective general reading, so as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it's meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what they are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. All of that said, now let's begin. Loving my Aqua family lately. I know you guys have been going through it. I have too. But let's tap into your energy now. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they need to know? What do they not see coming for the remainder of August 2026? One more shuffle here. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Wasting time. Stuck, no changes, limited. Bottom of the deck, we have cyber bully. Could also be some type of cyber communication, like a text message, email. Let's see where we go with this. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. Why do we have wasting time? Something they do not see coming for the rest of August 2026. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy, we have the Sun, we have the Tower, we have the Page of Swords, and we have the Empress. Well, you're just on the move. Go, go, go. Situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. 2 of Pentacles, Hermit, 4 of Pentacles, and they don't know what to do about it. Okay, let's see where we're going with this. The Sun. Clarify the Sun. I feel like some of you just want to be happy. I think you're done wasting time, crying, being sad, lamenting over the past. It's one thing to be nostalgic. It's one thing to recall back on certain memories and have it be like a museum, right? Where you're thinking of the good and maybe some of the bad, and it's okay. It's another thing to only think about the bad, because that's sort of like living like in a graveyard. So I think you're just, I'm not saying that you're not going to be nostalgic from here on out, or again, recall some type of memories from the past, but I think you're very future focused. I think you want to be happy. I think this is the week you reclaim your happiness. Like, I can keep thinking about this, you know, a million different ways why it didn't work out, but it's not going to change anything. Like, what's done, it's done. So I feel like you are choosing radically here with that Tower. I think you're choosing to remain optimistic despite whatever you've been going through. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Sun is clarified by the Ace of Cups, and that's the truth. If you ever see my readings and Ace rolls out after I say something, that is the truth. We have the Ace of Cups, we have the Hierophant, and we have the 2 of Swords. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling here that you're sort of like, I can't keep thinking about what happened. I can't change it. It's in the past. It's done. It, you know, whatever choices I made, whatever choices I didn't make, I can't undo them. So I am choosing, I'm speaking like you, I am choosing to be very grounded, very centered, and very future focused. Almost if I got to force myself. That's the feeling. I don't want to waste any more time thinking about what I should have done, what I could have done, what they should have done, what they could have done. Why is this happening? Why do we have the Tower? This is like, I'm done crying about this or being upset about this. Or again, I can't change this. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Tower is clarified by the Page of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the 8 of Cups. Because whatever this has been, you've been thinking about this for too long, maybe even up to a year. Again, why it didn't work out, what they did, what they didn't do, what you feel they should have done, what you did, what you didn't do, what you should have done. I think you're done ruminating on it. I think you're ready to move on. You don't want to waste any more time, and you seem to be a bit more future focused. Page of Swords. Tell me about the Page of Swords. Okay, we're going to take them because they fell face up. Page of Swords came out as the Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands, the Death card, and the King of Swords. I don't know who you're approaching this week, but you are communicating here with someone. I think there's an exchange of apologies. I think there's an offer or opportunity, possibly 2 here on the table. I think you are looking to restore happiness to you. I also think you're looking to balance out a connection here with someone. The Empress. I feel like I've tapped into a group of you who are like, I want to leave the past in the past. I want to move forward. And there's some type of engagement here. When I say engagement, I mean communication with another individual. Tell me about the Empress energy. One more shuffle. Thank you. Empress is clarified by 9 of Cups. That's what you're doing. Knight of Swords and the 4 of Wands. Bottom of that, Queen of Wands. Very nice energy. So you're choosing to let bygones be bygones here. Whatever happened, I can't change it. I think you're moving forward. Some of you are relocating. You're in the process of relocating. You're acquiring information about relocating, because the Knights could be about being on the move. And then we have the 4 of Wands there. I just see you either happy to get back home to yourself, or change homes. There's something here of, I need to move forward into the future. I need to be happy. Now you have someone here, 2 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the 4 of Pentacles. This person's a little stuck. They're not, I'm not saying they're not moving forward with you. They're not moving forward as fast as you are. What is going on with this person? They could be a Virgo. They don't have to be. It's a general collective reading. But what is going on with this person? Two of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Four of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. This person is stuck. Three of Pentacles. This is someone that you know. You work with, you collaborate with them, you engage with them, okay, you converse with them. Three of Pentacles, the Magician, and the Wheel of Fortune. Bottom of that, Queen of Wands. Oh, I don't know how to say this. That's kind of sad. This person would like to move forward the way that you're moving forward. They're just having difficulty doing that. This person has other stuff going on. They're a bit stuck where you seem to be excited and future focused. I can't change anything. I'm going to eat better, sleep better, take care of myself. You're making plans for the future. Like I said, could be about relocation, changing jobs, entering a connection. This is all, you're all forward moving here. Okay. Getting back home, like maybe you've been traveling, maybe you've been sick. If you have been, I hope that you're doing better. It's not a medical reading, YouTube terms of service, but there's something here about getting back home, moving forward, relocating, acquiring information about relocation. It could also be job here, but everything is future focused. And this person is like, I'm manifesting the ability to be like you. You're very inspiring this week to this person. With that Cyber card, they could be watching you online or talking to other people about you, hearing about all these things that you're doing with your life or how you're moving forward, and they wish that they can do that too. Why can't they? Why is this person so stuck? Why is this person so stuck? One more shuffle. Thank you. Why are they stuck? 10 of Cups, 8 of Swords. They're stuck. And the Page of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the High Priestess. I feel like this person wants what you want, maybe even wants what you want with you, okay? But for some reason, they feel like their hands are tied. They have a little bit more to process here. So I'm trying to think of an example that I can give you. Let's say you are an Aquarius and you're like, you know what? I don't want to think about anymore about launching this business. I've done all my homework. I know what I need to do. I'm forward moving. I'm going to launch this business. It's going to be the greatest freaking thing ever. I've done all my homework. I'm tired of thinking about all the reasons it could fail. I'm ready. I'm going to launch the business. And this is your business partner. And they want the business to be successful just like you do, but they can't get out of their head all of the negative what ifs. What if it goes wrong? They wish that they could be as optimistic as you are. They wish that they can, you know, take this full leap of faith that you're taking the way you're taking it. So if this is like, again, business partners, you're moving forward, they wish that they were, again, as optimistic as you are, but they keep getting stuck in their minds, all these doubts, fears, insecurities, all the what ifs. If this is a relationship that has been stuck or stagnant and you're like, this is the week, it's like, hey, come on, we got to get on the same page here. You love me, I love you. Let's move forward. We're talking higher level of commitment, relocation. They're like, yeah, I want all of that with you, but there's a but here in this person's energy. There's a but here. What if it doesn't work out? Same thing, let's say you, I don't know, maybe you're on some type of, with that higher front, like a community group or a political group or a religious organization. You have all of these ideas on how to get the group moving, you know, how to get the organization moving. And this person's like, yeah, I want us to be successful like you do. But this person keeps defaulting to the but. And that's because the Eight of Swords is the lower octave of the devil. So this person is getting caught up in doubts, fears, insecurities, all the negative what ifs. Do I want you to be successful? I'm speaking like them. Do I want you to be successful? Yes. Do I want us to be successful? Yes. But I'm just not as optimistic as you are. I want what you want, but I'm not as optimistic. Why? Why is that? Why is this person not as optimistic? This person is suffering from fear. Why is that? Okay. On the side, we have the Seven of Pentacles. In the reverse, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This person has a lack mindset. This person doesn't believe that they're worthy. This person may not have enough money. They might not think they have as much money as you do. This person may have had something pretty significant close out for them, and now they're afraid to take a chance again. Let's say this is someone that you're dating, and you're like, look, the relationship's been stuck. We really need to move it forward. And they're like, yeah, I love you too. I want to move it forward, but I've had a divorce. I don't know if I want to move in with you right away. I don't know if I want to get married. There is nervousness, apprehension on this person's part, because once upon a time, whether with you or with someone else, they did invest in something and it did not work out for them. Not the way they wanted it to. We have the Six of Swords and we have Temperance, bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. So this person is basically saying, I want what you want. I'm not as optimistic as you because of what I've gone through in the past. I am going to move forward. I will support you with this. I will do my part when it comes to this, but I'm going to move a lot slower than you are because I don't have full faith here that the business is going to launch and be a success, that whatever plan you have here for this community or political or religious group is going to be a success. I hope it is. I'd like it to be, but based on my past experiences, I think this could potentially fail. I want to be in this relationship with you. Let's talk about the future. Let's move forward. I know that you see this happily ever after, but I don't know. I've had a divorce, so I've learned that everything that is titled happily ever after isn't always happily ever after. So I have you here in very optimistic energy. Good for you. I have this person in semi-optimistic. I don't want to call them a pessimist. Semi-optimistic energy. Nine of Swords. It's they can't get out of their own brain, and it's negative, unfortunately. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. Let's get you 2 different sets. One, how to deal with this bursting bright new energy that you have. 3 cards of advice here for Aquarius. One more shuffle. Thank you. And this person's communicating this to you. We have the Tower here twice. We have the Queen of Pentacles and we have the King of Pentacles. That's very beautiful. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. If you really believe in this, just stay grounded, keep investing in it, and it will be yours. But it's not going to come easy. The relationship, the launching of the business, 5 of Swords, it's gonna require work. This is like win at all costs. It's going to require work. It's going to require persuasion. It's going to require dedication. Is it possible for you to achieve what it is that you want here with this person or whatever this is for you? Absolutely. But it's going to require you to stay wholly committed to it as well. How to deal with this person? Because again, this person somehow they're collaborating with you, connecting with you, in a relationship with you. They work with you, work for you if you're a business owner. There's a good amount of pessimism here. What is Aquarius supposed to do with this person? What are they supposed to do with this person this week? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Chariot, the Queen of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Moon card. This is being honest and saying, yes, is this person supporting me with this or moving forward with me? Yes. But it's also asking you to have compassion. This person is giving what they can to this at this time. It doesn't mean that they can't give more in the future, but it's understanding that they are at maximum capacity when it comes to enthusiasm, when it comes to money, when it comes to optimism. Again, because whatever they have gone through, they're not 100% in this with you. They're in it. They're giving what they can. And your advice is to be cognizant of that fact. They're giving what they can, but they have a lot of doubts, fears, and insecurities. And it's just asking you to be a bit compassionate with them. Like acknowledge that they're worried here. That is what I have for you, Aquarius, for the week ahead. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile. Yep, C5 of Cups. Sorry to cut off that outro there. There's something here that they experienced in the past that they're either with you or with someone else. They're not 100% over it. And that's why it's like this person has a little bit of a trust deficit here. So just be cognizant of that. Now, that is what I have for you. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace. Hello, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the rest of August 2026. It is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through, take what fits, leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else to hear. And please check your other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. And if you're not sure what those placements are, in the description box of this video is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all that said now, my friends, let's begin. Tapping into the Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What do they not see coming for the rest of August 2026? What do they not see coming? Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Photo proof, getting evidence. And at the bottom of the deck, we have played out. Okay. Why do we have getting evidence here? Something that Pisces does not see coming. Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy, we have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Seven of Swords, and we have the Three of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card. This is the situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. Six of Pentacles and Six of Wands, and that leaves the Knight of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. Ace of Pentacles. I feel like I'll be reading for two very distinct groups of you. Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. We won't take it, but we'll look at it. Ten of Swords. Yeah, two different groups of you here. One more shuffle. Thank you. The Ace of Pentacles is clarified by the Empress, the Nine of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. I'm being told to take it. Seven of Pentacles, Four of Cups, and the Five of Cups. Let's do a joint clarification. Seven of Swords to the Three of Swords. Joint clarification here. One more shuffle. Thank you. Clarified by the Three of Cups, the Sun, and the Ten of Cups. And why? Who's this person? Yeah, that's better. Who is this person? One more shuffle. Thank you. Tell me more about this person. Five of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Two of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Magician. I have two distinct groups of you. One, I have a group of you where this week, most likely in the energy of your partial lunar eclipse, you are making the decision to move on from someone. A friend, a family member, a lover, a boss, the community that you live in, okay? So group one, you're making the decision here this week to move on from someone or something, where at some point in time you thought, this is going to be the community I'm always going to be in, right? Or the group of friends I'll always associate with, the love partner that I want for the rest of my life. Again, I don't know who or what this is. Could be even a job for some of you. But the realization is it's anything but. It's played out. I'm done with it. I deserve better, and I'm off to find better. Do I think you're abruptly cutting off whomever, whatever this is? No, I don't see the World card here. The Ten of Swords showed itself, but again, it was face down. So, but the decision is there. The decision there is, I have obtained enough proof to know that this is never going to materialize into what it used to be or what I hoped it would be. And so I'm off to find better. And in that respect, you have the energy here of someone who has been breadcrumbing you. They're aware that's what they're doing, and whether they want to acknowledge it or not, they know that you're moving on from them. It's the boss that knows just a matter of time you're going to find another, place to work. It's the homeowners association that knows any day now you're going to list a house for sale. The landlord knows any day now you're probably going to tell them you're not renewing the lease or you want out early of the lease. It's the person who knows you're about to break up with them, or the friend or family member knows it's just another day that, any day now, Pisces will stop talking to me. So group one, you're making the decision to exit something because it either completely transformed from what it used to be, or it never even became that. Okay. And you know that you deserve better. Group two, you moved on from that already, that situation, environment, or connection. And between now and August 31st, someone new is entering your life, okay? Your timeline. A new friend, a new family member, the new boss, the new community. You claim it how you want, because I don't know exactly what it is that you need. But when this person comes in or the opportunity presents itself, it's going to make you realize why you walked away from that situation, environment, or connection in the past. Because this is everything that you wanted. You can actually see, oh, I'm going to be really happy at this company. This community is already making me feel better, and I haven't even bought the house there yet. Or, you know what I mean? You go look at the apartment, and you're like, yep, I'm going to sign papers. I'm out of that shithole. So, I'm sorry. There's something like that here happening. So, two distinct groups of you. Group one, you are closing something out because you now know you deserve better, and you're off to find better. And then group two, you've already left that behind. And the proof you needed, because we're looking at that, you know, proof card there, the proof you needed that you did the right thing by walking away is when this amazing opportunity crosses your path this week. So I want to get 3 cards here for those of you where you are making the decision to move on from this person, place, or thing. 3 cards for my Pisceans who are moving on from this person, place, or thing. We have the Fool. There you go. There's your new beginning, the Devil, and the 8 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the 9 of Wands. It's the feeling here is I have to move on. No matter how hard I try, no matter how much effort I put in, this boss, this friend, this family member, this lover doesn't put in what I put in. There's no equal measure here. They only give me what they give me, 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, when they're getting something out of it or when it makes them feel good. Otherwise, I'm neglected. 5 of Pentacles. And that's not a consistent way to be in a relationship with someone or a friendship with someone. That's not the type of place I want to work in. So if you are doing that, it looks like you're doing that and you are committed to replacing whomever, whatever this is, with a healthier version. Healthier work environment, healthier, living environment, healthier relationship one day, friendship, romantic. 3 cards for those of you where you've already left that in the past, and now, ta-da, the universe brings something new. Tell me what do my Pisceans need to know about this new opportunity that makes them realize why that past situation, environment, connection didn't work out. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Strength card, the King of Wands, and the Queen of Wands. Well, there's your match. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Wands. This is the type of boss you've been waiting for, the love partner you've been, waiting for or desiring or wanting. This is the business partner where the two of you, what they know, you don't know, what you don't know, they know. It's a very nice balance here. So you claim this person, however, whatever you need them to be. Now, if you're not interested in meeting anyone, a friend who becomes like family, a lover, a business partner, then it's just not your reading. Check another placement. But for those of you where you are actively looking for the new, here it is. And whomever this person is, they're going to make you realize why it didn't work out in the past situation, environment, or connection. Bravo to you. Let's get you 3 cards of advice. We'll do 2 sets. For set 1, group 1, okay, let's get you some advice because it looks like you've been, I don't want to say you've been suffering, but you've been going back and forth for a while about whether or not you really want to move on from this situation, environment, or connection. And then it looks like this week you decide to do that. Again, I don't think you're abruptly doing it, but I do think you're going to start to make plans to do it. So for group 1, advice, one more shuffle. Thank you. We'll take it. Your advice, group 1. Queen of Cups, that's you, whether you're masculine or feminine. Chariot, and Queen of Swords. Bottom of that, King of Wands. Move towards your equal. You already know that person exists. That friend, that lover, the friend who becomes a family member, the right business partner, the right collaborator, the right community. You already know that. So if that's your truth, because Queen of Swords is holding the Ace of Swords, if that's your truth, then you continue to move forward, make all the plans you need to get the hell out of Dodge here as quick as you can so you can move towards your equal. For those of you where you have already left this person, place, thing behind, and this is a new opportunity. 3 cards of advice here for my Pisceans where this is the new opportunity. One more shuffle. Thank you. The new opportunity, the Empress, just receive it in, baby. Page of Wands and the 3 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, King of Cups. Very nice energy here. Just allow it to come into you. Call it in, receive it in, and when you do receive this offer opportunity, know that you're worthy of it. Okay, don't feel like, oh gosh, I can't believe they're picking me, or they're asking me out on a date, or they're offering me the job. No, know your worth and know your value, and then go out and celebrate, because this is the news that you've been waiting to receive. That is what I have for you, Pisces. Best reading out of all 12, and I love that it's going to you, especially with this big eclipse in your sign. So that is what I have for you. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, subscribe. Quick message: if you're group 1 and you're like, yeah, I have to close this out, just keep in mind, you're a little behind on the timeline. So that Ace of Pentacles is yours as soon as you close this out with this person, or you decide to close this out with this person. Don't think like, oh, only group 2 gets the benefit of the Ace of Pentacles. Like, I missed my boat, or I missed my chance because I didn't leave behind whomever this is when they did. No, you're just a little behind on timeline, but this will be coming to you as well, okay? So it's just, I feel like someone watching needed to hear that. So that is what I have for you. If you like that message, resonates with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video on your mobile device if you're able to do that. And don't forget to check out your other placements. Until I read for you again, I'm wishing you light, love, and peace.